Hello everyone, welcome again with another video of a global language review where we're going to see a number of grammar functions and vocabulary lessons. We will start with exercise A. We have fill in the gaps with the appropriate words. Fill in the gaps with the correct and right words. We have total. Foreign means not local, it's foreign from another country like French or American or Italian, it's foreign. Visual from vision, visual. Moral meaning or having to do with values, okay? Moral, like things that we should do, things that we should not do, okay? And corporal, it's having to do with our body, it's physical, corporal. Number one, my grandmother used to tell us, so in the past, my grandmother used to tell us stories, the stories that teach what? What kind of lessons? Total lessons, foreign lessons, visual lessons, moral lessons, or corporal lessons. Remember when you were kids and your parents used to tell you stories, okay? What was the objective of those stories? Is that you learn something from them, okay? So they are like educational stories, so that teach moral lessons. Moral lessons, so you can benefit from those stories and learn from other people's experiences. Number two, the government encourages investment. The verb here is to invest, okay? When you have money, you invest your money, you have a business, you invest your money, okay? So the government encourages some investment, some kind of businesses. Why? What is the objective? Here we have a connector, to, for purpose, to create. So the objective is to create job opportunities for Moroccans. So the government encourages what kind of investment? Is it total investment, foreign investment, that is investment coming from abroad, or visual or corporal, okay? Of course, if you are following the news, Morocco is receiving, okay, a lot of businesses, a lot of investment, a lot of companies coming to Morocco to invest their money and create jobs. We're going to use foreign investment, okay? In many domains. Let's go to B. Put the verbs in brackets in the correct tense. Again, we're going to talk about tenses. Is it the past, is it present, now, or the future? Let's see. By this time next year, Morocco launched its second surveillance satellite. By this time next year. Now, the first thing to do is to find an indicator of time. Is it future? Is it the present? Is it the past? So we see here next year, okay? Next year. So next year is not last year. Last year is the past. This year it's the present, this year. And next year is the future. So we know it's the future, but which future? Is it the future simple, future perfect, okay? We have here, by this time next year, by this time, this is an indicator, okay? By this time, like now we are in April, so next year in April, by this time next year, this is an indicator of which future? It's not next year. It's not next year. Next year is a simple future. We have by this time next year, this is the future perfect. And we have seen this in other videos. We are going to use will, have, and the past participle of the verb lunch. It is a regular verb, so we are going to add ed, okay? And many students in national exams, they forget the ed, okay? The past participle. Let's go to number 3. You visit the Louvre Museum when you were in Paris last summer. Where is the time indicator here? Did you hear? Last summer. So last. See, here we have next, and here we have last. So it's clear last summer is the past, okay? So very easy. Last summer, it's the past, it's a question. How do we ask questions in the past? Okay, in the past simple, because we have a specific time. It's last summer, okay? Yeah, when we want to ask a question in the present simple, we say do you like, do you have, do you speak, do you. But in the past, what do we say? Very good. We say did you. It's easy. So did you visit or visited? Huh? When we ask questions, do we put the verb in the past? No. Okay, so did you visit? Did you visit the Louvre Museum when you were in Paris last summer? Let's go to C. Rewrite the sentences beginning with the words given. We are going to start with these words and we're going to rewrite the sentences. Number 1, students will complete the first module in 3 weeks' time. The students will complete what? The first module, okay? So that's the agent or the subject of the sentence. Here, will is the future. Okay, will. The verb is complete. Complete what? The first module. This is the direct object. The direct object in 3 weeks' time. Now, we started the sentence with the direct object. When we start with the direct object, the lesson here, our lesson is the passive voice. When you start with the direct object, it's the passive voice. When you say, I finished, for example, the review. I finished the review. You finished what? The review. And you say the review. That's the passive voice. So passive voice in the future with will, we're going to use. We have seen it in another video. When we have will, we use will be. Very good. So the first module will be what? I need the past participle. Will be, well, verb is complete, so will be completed. Okay, again, don't forget, please. Will be completed in 3 weeks' time. That's for number 1. Let's go to number 2. Don't worry about the medical tests. Don't worry about the medical tests. Again, we check here the quotes. Which lesson? This is the indirect speech, the reported speech. Okay? The nurse. Now, who said don't worry about the medical tests? It's the nurse. The nurse told the patient. So we have a conversation between the nurse and the patient. The patient is the sick person in the hospital. The sick person. So the nurse told the patient. She told him what? Don't worry, okay? Now, here, told, okay? Normally, when we have someone telling me something, I say, she told me to do something. She told me to do something, okay? So, we have to. She told me, the nurse told the patient to. But did she tell him to worry? No, she said, don't worry. So the statement here is in the negative form. And when the statement is in the negative form, we use not. Not to. Okay? Not to. The nurse told the patient not to, and the verb not to worry about the medical tests. So, not to. Let me give you another example. If I tell you, please don't open the window. Please don't open the window. So we are in class. I'm the teacher. You are the student. And you wanted to open the window, but I am worrying about my health. It's very cold. I'm telling you, please don't open the window. Please. So the teacher, you're going to say, the teacher told me to open the window. Okay? You're going to say, the teacher told me not to open the window. So not to. When the statement is in the negative, we use not. Let's go to number 3. Samuel came late to the party. he took the wrong road. So there is a party and Samuel came late, he arrived late. Why? Because he took the wrong road. He didn't take the right road. So he took the wrong road and then he came back, so he wasted a lot of time. That's why he came late. This is a situation that happened in the past. We have Samuel came, the verb is in the past, come, came, late to the party. Why? Because he took, again, another verb in the past. The verb here is take, in the past is took. So we have two verbs that show that the situation happened in the past, and we have if. Okay, again, which conditional is this? This is the conditional type 3, because when we have the past, it's conditional 3. Now, we have the beginning. Do you remember the rule of the conditional type 3? Let's write it here. So, if and past perfect had with past participle. This is the past perfect, comma. And the second part, okay, the main clause, we have would, or could, have, and the past participle again. Okay? Now, if Samuel, now we always target the problem. Where is the problem? The problem is he took the wrong road. So if he, let's imagine the opposite. If he hadn't taken, we have had, but here he took the wrong road. He took it. So we need to imagine the opposite. So if he had not taken, past participle of take, so take, took, and taken. You see, past participle. If he had not taken the wrong road, let's imagine. Now here we have, he came late. He came late. We're going to say he wouldn't. He wouldn't. After would, what do we have? He wouldn't have. And past participle of come, past. Came, past participle, come again. So he wouldn't have come late. Okay. Or we can use another way, because we can change late. So if he hadn't taken the wrong road, he would have arrived, or he would have come. He would have come late. No, he would have come on time, or maybe early. Okay, you are free to use, okay, the one that you see is better, on time or early. So you see, wouldn't have come late or would have come on time. Let's go to D. Fill in the blanks with the right words from the list. Fill in the blanks with the right words from the list. We have blanks, who, whose, which. Again, this is relative clauses. These are relative pronouns. Who is used for person. Very good. Whose is used when we talk about the possessive. Okay, possessive, I mean here whose car, whose laptop, whose mother, whose weather. If you're talking about an artist, the artist whose voice, etc. And which we use it for objects. Very good. Now, do you know the boy? The boy. So it's clear we are talking about a person here. Do you know the boy? But we need also to see what comes after, because we can use whose. For example, if we had here mother. Imagine if we had mother here. The mother of the boy. Here I would say, do you know the boy? Whose mother? If we had mother, whose car, whose sister, etc. But we don't have this, okay? So we have who won the reading contest, okay? Who won the reading competition or contest in your school. Do you know the boy who won? Okay? Who? Normally after who we mostly have verbs. Okay? Who won, who takes, who reads, etc. Number 2. I often forget how, when, and where. I often forget. I put my keys. I put my keys. You forget what? You put your keys. You put your keys somewhere. It's a place, okay? So, I often forget. When? For time. Or how? The manner? No, it's where, okay? Where where I put my keys. Thank you. Continue. Okay, E. Give the correct form of the words in brackets. Give the correct form of the words in brackets. Okay, in such exercises, again, it's word formation. It's using prefixes and suffixes. We read, the manager agreed. To agree is to be okay with someone. They agreed to employ, so he accepted to employ. Employ is to offer a job. Employ someone is to make someone work for you. You are the employer, you are the boss, and you offer a job, you employ someone. So the manager agreed, accepted to employ Amy immediate after the interview. So he interviewed Amy, he interviewed her, that's a job interview, and right after the interview, he accepted. Okay, so she was good in the interview. Okay. Now we have immediate. Immediate is an adjective. An immediate response. You speak to me and I respond to you in the moment. That's an immediate answer. Immediate. But do we need an adjective here? Because he agreed to employ her. The verb is agree. He agreed to employ her. Now, adjectives go with nouns. We say, beautiful house, difficult lesson, nice goal, nice weather, nice adjective, weather, noun. But when we have verbs, we need adverbs. We need adverbs. For example, if we take a singer like Adele, for example, we're going to say, she sings beautiful? No, she sings beautifully. She sings beautifully. So, li makes beautiful an adverb. That's an adverb. This is how she sings. So, he agreed to employ Amy immediately. Okay? Immediate and the suffix li. Immediately after the interview. He later gave her the employment contract. So when you work for someone, you sign, we have for sign, to sign a contract. So he gave her the contract, the employment contract for what? Okay, for, after for we need a noun. Okay, for what? Now what is the noun of sign? Sign is the verb and the noun of sign is signature. Okay, signature. For signature, we pronounce signature. Finally, F, match each statement with the appropriate function. Let's check the functions first. We have wish, expressing a wish. You say I wish, if only you want something to happen in the future, or maybe now, or also in the past. Asking for permission. You say to someone, please, I want to go out, etc. You ask, or using something. I don't want to give you the expressions. Asking for permission. Apologizing. When you come late, you apologize. Expressing opinion, giving your opinion, and giving advice. Let's go. Number one. Can I, okay, always focus on the expressions. Can I go on an excursion? This is someone who wants to go somewhere in the forest, for example, on an excursion with my friend's dad. So this is Rosa asks. So Rosa wants to go out, to go on an excursion with her friends, and she asked, she said, can I? What is Rosa doing? Expressing a wish, asking her father for permission, apologizing, expressing opinion or giving advice. It's very clear. Can I? It's asking for permission. It's B. Okay? Permission, right here. Let's go to number two. If only, again, if only I could. So in reality, I can't. But I'm imagining it's a wish. Okay? If only I could go to Russia to support the Moroccan football team. Okay, this is someone who wanted or who wants to go to Russia to support the Moroccan national team and is saying, if only we use it to express a wish. Remember, please, it's a wish, it's A. Okay, so number 2, it's A. Let's go to 3, you ought to. Ought to is an expression like you should, you ought to think twice. Think 2 times, think twice before changing your job. If you want to change your job, don't take this decision hastily, okay? Take your time and think twice. So you ought to. What is the person saying here or doing here? He is giving what? Giving an advice, okay? Very good. It's E, you ought to. I'm giving you my advice. I think you should think or take more time to think about changing your job. And finally, I'm sorry, I stepped on your school bag. So there is a school bag and I stepped on your school bag. I'm sorry. So it's clear. This is apologizing. It's C. Okay? I am sorry. So this is B, A, E, and C. Okay, we will stop here, guys. Thank you so much. Thank you for your attention and see you next time with another video. Bye-bye.